We made it work, and now we're here, so we're thrilled. And now we're here, so we're thrilled.
My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is September 9th, 2023. It is 2:09 a.m. I've been putting a list together. There's the list. It took me a while. This is after Invictus, after I finish everything. I will deal with these tweet regarding a Met Police being arrested and the Rangers arrested, all of this, but these are the ones that I'll be focusing on. There's these, about 14 of them. That will be one video for one channel, and this one for our Port of Pew service. I have 11 tweets. So which one should I start first? Let's go. Okay, this is my back end. Okay, 3,194 subscribers. Okay, my usual, feel free to skip this area. Okay, so my viewership have gone up 4,907 views in the last 48 hours. My subscription is growing, everything, but for some reason this $260.32. All right, I think this is for our Port of Pew service, so let's do this one first, the one for this channel. All right, let's do that to separate. Okay, let's do this first. Let me move it up so it'll be easier for me to just grab. Put it up here. Oh, I had this there. Okay, so let's go on Twitter. The media. This I just put it on the list. You see my highlighting? I just put on the list, but it will be on my other video on our Port of Pew service. These are the squaddies who's volunteering at the Invictus. Okay, so this is the first tweet for this video. Okay, this is top notch. Archwell, we love you. Harry and Meghan, Sussex Squad. Okay, I forgot what this was about. Okay, that's from the New York Times. Philanthropies pledge $500 million to address. Oh, now I remember. It has to do with media issues about journalists and things like that. Okay, I remember. Okay, Philanthropies pledge $500 million to address crisis in local news. The effort, spearheaded by the MacArthur Foundation, will give grants to support newsrooms. This is small. When I'm editing, I could enlarge it so you could see, just in case I miss the words. Okay. Will give grants to support newsrooms and startups as concern grows over rapid disappearance of local news outlet. That crossed my mind. The 19. This was another outlet that Meghan has supported. Okay, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex Archwell Foundation is one of the more than 20 non-profit that has pledged $500 million with a goal to invest $1 billion, okay, to support local media organization, Harry and Meghan. Okay, let's read this. Many major philanthropic groups have increasingly focused their attention in recent years on helping struggling local newsrooms. Now they are joining forces. On Thursday, more than 20 nonprofit organizations will announce plans to invest a total of $500 million over the next 5 years in local media organization, one of the biggest efforts yet to address the crisis in local news. Because the mainstream media, the problem is mainstream media have been bought. either they've been framed and they can't really do the work that needs to be done, because the objective of the enemies, okay, is to keep the people, the vast majority, in the dark. So when they vote angry, they vote with misinformation. This is where the problem is. So they know the how do you call this, the enemy knows the information to get to where they want to be is to misinform people, put people in the dark so they could do whatever they want. Okay, once they get control of things, it will be hard to get it back on track again. So this is where we are now. Like I said, in the 2020 election, this was our pivotal moment where we stood our ground. Even though the pandemic was there, people went and voted and did what they needed to do. So people need to be informed. A little bit at a time, people are seeing what many of us have seen way before. Okay, the initiative called Press Forward is spearheaded by the MacArthur Foundation and supported by organizations including the Knight Foundation, the Ford Foundation, and the Carnegie Corporation of New York. Press Forward will use the $500 million to fund grants for existing local for-profit and non-profit newsroom. For the profit part, I don't know. This is really hard, in my humble opinion, because if the bad guys, okay, too many ideas are popping up in my mind all at once. Let's take one at a time. Hopefully I remember all of them. The first thing is, those newsroom need to be really humble themselves, where money will not be the issue for them. If they focus on the same objective, knowing we want the truth to be out there, people to be informed, we need a better environment to live in. If this is their core foundation, we're good. But if money is their objective, we're just draining our money to them, because the bad guy will always outperform us with more money to make them undo or turn a blind eye on what these organizations, the Carnegie and all of that, are trying to do. Okay, the main thing is to people to be foundationally connect, understand, and really put their hearts in it. For instance, I'm not saying I'm perfect. I don't know how tomorrow will be. I do not know. But when you look at my channel, for instance, what YouTube is trying to do, even though I have videos every day, people are watching my videos, my channel is growing, but for some reason my money is not growing. This is what I mean by that. If your foundation is to be in a better world, then we're good. But if the objective is for profit, which is what they're all about, so we're just draining our money to them. I think I remember what I wrote in the comment. Wait until you see my comment. And what was the other thing I was thinking? Okay, if I think about it, I'll stop and bring it up. So let's continue. Okay, Press Forward will use the $500 million to fund grants for existing local for-profit. Okay, this is where our money will be drained, and non-profit newsroom. Okay, and I think I said in my comment, it will be better if we just create our own. Okay, create our own platform so we don't just drain our money to these people. Okay, help build share tools, provide resources to diverse outlets and those in historically underserved areas, and invest in nonpartisan public policy development that advances access to news and information. Look like my comment sort of make reference to this when I didn't even read it. I didn't even read it when I made my comment, because I was waiting when I'm recording. I love to do that so I could have my ideas, because once I read it in advance, all the things that I'm saying now will not be there anymore because I already thought about it. Okay, John Pulfy, the president of the MacArthur Foundation, said, Press Forward aimed to help news outlets that did not have enough revenue to sustain their business. The goal, he added, is to eventually raise and invest $1 billion for the effort. Okay, so which local, like NPR, I will assume he's making reference to, because NPR is more of a public broadcast and it is funded by people, so this is probably the outlet. But when you look at let's say MSNBC, CNN, and these, if they're paying them to say the right thing, we effed up. Our money is just gonna be drained, because these people already been framed. The whoever's in control of those platforms, in my humble opinion, they've done some unethical things and they have stuff on them and they don't want those stuff to be out, so they will be pretty much controlled by the bad guy, by the enemy. So this is where what I mean by our money will be drained. Okay, so there's only 2 comments, I'm surprised, and 2 quote retweets. Okay, there's me here. Awesome step, but how are they going to isolate the already established media that have been hijacked? Okay, I don't have the brain cell or money to do better than what is suggested. In my opinion, 5 things. 1, education. We need to teach these people things, you know, how our freedom came about. Why do we need to tell the truth and all of that? Okay, and many much more. 2, laws to prevent monopoly. What do I mean by laws to prevent monopoly? Where one group, one person, the murder, buying all sort of outlets. Okay, different names, but he's still behind it. This is what I mean by that. Okay, 3, isolate existing mainstream medias. Okay, this is where I was saying your money will be drained if you paying like CNN, MSNBC, and all of that, when I'm not saying they are, but in terms of mainstream media, if some of them have already been hijacked, how are we gonna, you know, try to make them change? So it's like giving money to the enemies in some shape or form. Okay, that's just an example. I'm not saying they are. Okay, 4, create new ones, which they mentioned they're gonna create that. And 5, punish liars. Okay, if they're lying to the people, there's laws that needs to be implemented. You know, just like Dominion sued Fox for saying false information about them. Okay, punish liars, where people don't have to do it. The government needs to step up and do it. All right, this is brilliant. Okay, so that's it. There's no more comments or whatever. Let's go to the next one. They say more replies. Usually those more replies are idiots who's putting their nonsense to be part of the conversation. All right, next tweet. So I bookmark mine. Let the blind see. So it's a reference to this from Pagan Trelawney. So I bookmark mine. Okay, people's eyes are being open to everything, and I love that. Sussex Squad. Now the reason I bookmark it, because some of my prayers that I sometimes put at the end of my videos is let the blind see, protection and security, whatever it is that comes in mind. But usually when I can think of anything, either let the blind see, protection of whatever, protection and security and all of that. Okay, so this is me here. So Pagan is saying that people, non-squaddies, people who's brand new into seeing what Harry and Meghan are going through, so they're seeing what's truly happening. So they, in other words, they're probably understanding why Harry and Meghan have to take drastic steps to do what they are doing now. Okay, so there's me here. Let the blind see. I put it in quotation mark. When in doubt, for prayers for my videos, 2 prayers are go to for me for the Sussexes. Pray for the blind to see. Pray for protection and security. The others, wealth, success, and happiness follows. Without protection from the Lord, the rest don't matter. Okay, let's see what some other people are saying, because there's 48 comment. Okay, the muting things. No, just seeing more civilians getting clued in. Yeah, I've seen that too. Many of them are starting to understand. You know, we're in a group when others outside that group is referred to as civilian. I love it. Same, there's that. What were? It's everywhere. Yeah, a lot of people are starting to understand. Especially, and this is what I mean when you go on my other channel, when I record the next thing, the next video for my other channel, is that the UK, what do you call them, something defense of ministry or something like that, whatever, last year they didn't support their vets, but this year for some reason They all out. They're putting videos out. They flew their vets to Germany and all of that. This is the performative that they're doing for the world to see. But deep inside, they really don't care. The same way, if the initial reaction is what they did last year, just think of it. There's no way people change that quickly. Okay, there's the hate, the anger that they have is still there. But when they realize people are not going along with their stupidity, now this is where they put the performative kind of thing. All right, but at the end, whatever they're doing right now, whether it's performative, whether they mean it or whatever, at least the soldiers, the competitors, are benefiting from it. They don't deserve that kind of insult last year for not representing them, for not supporting them. Okay, so that's that. Okay, it's everywhere. High time too, but I'm still getting Apple News alert from Angela L. Okay, you need to change your setting. That is true. Black them. You don't see me. If the squad don't put screenshot and they start the conversation about those derangers over there, you're not gonna see me sharing my comment under their things, because I don't follow them. I already know what they're all about. Okay, so you see me putting things about the squad. Okay, it picks up on interest and Harry and Meghan's and gives me this OMG. Okay, can someone tell me what this mute thing requires as to what are we meant not to do in details? Okay, let's see that, because the squad decided not to. Okay, I'm trying. I know some squad are saying they can't deal with the hating that's going on. Me, I don't follow them for me to respond. That's the thing. Once you don't follow them, it was easy for me when the squad was saying let's do the mute thing, not respond. I told them I already started. I never follow them. Okay, I tag you in space. They're talking about the mute challenge. Oh, I guess I wasn't tagged after I take care of what I need to take care in the morning. But 4 mangoes for freaking $10. If you saw my post, I enjoy my mango and then knocked out on the couch. Just don't talk about the others. We are supporters of Meghan and Harry, so let's only talk about them. We are not haters, and the others don't deserve our attention, especially during these days with the Invictus game. Okay, that's all. I understood the assignment. Okay, do not respond to trolls. Do not mention the people in live in the UK. Do not give a second of your time to the British media, people that fools themselves into thinking they are journalists of some kind. It's hard. I have screwed up already. I don't follow them for me to know. Okay, screwed up already, but staying strong going forward. I'm laughing at them because this is the pushback Princess Diana did not have. Okay, like for instance on my list, I saw some of them. Okay, the Met Police thing, I leave it for after Invictus. And there was something else. The Rangers arrested, I leave that for after. I grabbed the link because afterward it's going to be hard for me to look for it, to find it. So I bookmark it and leaving for after Invictus. Alright, so I'm good. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. But the squad or something, it's hard because many of them came on Twitter for that special thing to do the pushback, but now they're trying to refrain from it, so it's hard. Okay, so that's me here. You see, I respond to this and then I blocked, and now I have the control whether I want to see her or not. Alright, so when I get to it, I could view it to show you what I was talking about, and if she blocked me, I won't be able to see it anymore. Okay, so that's this here. This headline reveals more than what the Daily Mail probably intended. Prince Harry pays solemn tribute to his grandmother by visiting her burial ground without pomp and PR, while the others use their said grandmother's death anniversary to smile and greet crowds elsewhere as tribute. This is the exact thing that they did last year. This is why they brought Harry and Meghan out last year, to come and greet the people. That's why because they, how will I say that? They were afraid of being booed. Okay, so there's Harry. He doesn't really care. That's the thing with Harry. He doesn't care for people to like him, love him. The main thing for him, his focus, he see the problem and he knows what needs to be done. He is focused. He doesn't care if people cheer or whatever for him. All right, so let's see. I would not know if these were out there. Okay, if the squad then put the screenshot, and I'm talking about it because of Harry. Okay, Prince Harry is spotted by tourists making surprise visit to St. George Chapel in Windsor, where Queen is buried to mark anniversary of her death, just as Kate and William meet crowd in the Wells. In the Wells. No, it's not the same. Completely different. And I wonder if they asked that tourists permission for that. I don't know. Harry's solo tribute. I can't read that. William and Kate arrive at St. David Chapels to remember the late Queen before greeting members of the public exactly 1 year on since Monarch's death. Terry Charles and Camilla greet well-wishers after private prayers. Whatever, they're just fooling themselves. Okay, so let's view this. Okay, so why then he use the private entrance and not be photographed? Okay, this is him and this is me here. 5 people like it and 1 repost. Okay, because we all are psychic, just like Chris Chip last night. Hope that helped. Now let me go mind Invictus and Well Child's business. Sleep tight. This coming week will be very painful for people like you. I'm just throwing a shade here. Alright, so there's more comment on this 93. Who cares? Let me go to the next one. I just want to focus on my comment. Alright, people and me. I think that still have to do with Harry visiting the Queen. Harry, this one, okay, that's old. I thought, that should have been on the other one. But since it's here, let's mention it anyway. Harry's involvement at Invictus has run its course. It's all about him winging and whining. I would like to see a team of mixed ranked leading and being the ambassador. Have a VC winner as the face of the game, Invictus Game 2023. I don't know who this guy is, but he has his uniform. But he's saying Harry should not be the face of the game. I don't know what they pay him to do, if he did his research before he put this nonsense out there. So I don't know. So there's the is that him or somebody continue? I responded to that. The Invictus game has been a huge strategic error. Okay, so there's this here. It's an error. Appointing Harry as their patron. Okay, as someone couldn't pass his captain to major exam while serving, he is an appalling self-centered ambassador who placed himself before everyone else. So this is the one that I respond to. There's me laughing my ass off. So you saying that the creator of Invictus game, Prince Harry, made a mistake for creating it? OMG. UK, please stop embarrassing yourself. Here's a secret. If you don't like We Are Invictus, create your version of it. There's always room for one more. Show us how easy it is to start one. Okay, there's me here saying, here, the floor is yours. To repost. There was another comment in there that I put. Is it? There it is here. Is that it? All right. So this one blacked me so I can't see it. But this is one of the comment that I put here. That was back in September 1st. So this is old. Okay. Of course, it's part of their brand. Harry created it. They took all of the patronage that they were associated. The only one they can take away from him is We Are Invictus. That is Prince Harry's baby. So did you watch it by any chance? To me, he must have been, I don't remember what his comment was, but it probably make reference to what's the thing, The Heart of Invictus on Netflix. All right, so there's more comment. Let's move on. Okay, that should have been on the other one. I was moving too many things around. Okay. Prince Harry is making a mockery of the British media. According to Chris Ship, okay, Chris Ship, he left for Germany last night. Yet, he is today in Windsor paying his respect to his late grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. Alright, 6 seconds.
This event is just wrapping up tonight, but actually Harry went some time ago. He gave that speech you've just listened to. He went straight in his car and he was off on his way to the Invictus Games at Düsseldorf. This event is...
He didn't know. There he is here the next day and did that. So maybe he did that on purpose. Pretend that he's in a rush to get to the airport or something. But probably just right next door. Okay, so there's that here. Okay, Prince Harry. F around, find out. Chris Ship edition. There's 3 seconds here. And what is this? Oh, that's I guess from last year. Okay. There's that. Okay, he looks upset. Harry access is tight. That's right. Wow, Mr. Super Journal, did you get it wrong? Not very good, are you? Taliban Wednesday got blindsided by Harry. Oh dear. Well played, Harry. Keep the turds guessing. Okay, let's be. Someone put, I don't know if it was under one of my videos or could have been one of the screenshot that I put on my community board, that says make reference to Princess Diana to keep the enemy guessing and all of that. And I think I have that clip of Princess Diana saying that. Okay, and I think this is exactly what Harry's doing. He's listening to his mom, and his mom left all the necessary information for him, and he's following them. Okay, and for the other brother too, he just decided not to use it. Instead, say some negative thing, blame his mom for it. So this is the thing here. That's the difference between the two brothers. Okay, let's be perfectly clear. Shippy Poo, oh my god, the name. Shippy Poo was part of the documentary on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex first very successful royal tour. He, like many, started out being an attempt to report fairly. It's not anyone's fault that he chose to go over to the dark side, and now he's shit out of luck. Alright, so in other words, he started fairly, and then hey, that's the thing. The core issue here is money. Once their core issue is money, it's hard to get them, and Harry doesn't want to deal with them. Okay, Jesus Christ, there's a laugh. Can Wednesday come soon enough for that lying clown? Okay, Taliban shipwreck is always lying. Alright, he didn't know. He thought, okay, he made his best educational guess that Harry must have left to go to the airport. But the thing is that Harry had other plan. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet, and I believe there's more comments, but I want to move on. I still need to finish edit the second part of the video that I've already made public on Pure White, on our part of service, that Harry did the speech for World Child. There's more part of the tweets for me to edit. Must be a painful day. There's a hard chapel this way. There's Harry living here. There's his securities. Okay, there's that. Actually, it's possible that he did this yesterday before the award show or after. Okay, I was just taken. Okay, Taliban Chris get it wrong again. Okay, as did the squad. I mean, we're not over there. We're not over there. So this is why information is very crucial, and this is why the enemy hijacked the mainstream media, because we're supposed to be the people that listen to them, and the journalists were the ones who go out there, do the hard work, you know, do the footwork to get the information to us. But instead, what the enemy have done, they're creating as if it's a movie for them. Okay, they're not reporting exactly what's happening. Instead, they're fabricating as if it's a movie. Harry told us. I mean, not that way. I have the clip where he said it, but this is my interpretation. They fabricated a story and give it to us, and then us, the people, giving our trust to them because they do the footwork to give us the information, when in fact they did not. This is where the problem is. Okay, they're fabricating, painting a picture for us, and then we believe them, and we make our own next decision based on what they told us. This is where the problem is, and it's very dangerous. It's almost as if they're saying, okay, there's no fire outside. Okay, when in fact there is a fire, and then all of a sudden you grab your stuff and then you run into the fire. Okay, this is the thing that really pisses many people off, especially Harry. Harry been saying that since he was a young man.
Unfortunately, every single story was complete lies, which which it always is, basically, which is a shame. But
you ever wanted to do a column in the newspaper? But
I'd love to do a column in the newspaper. Article, right, this is what happened last night. No, this is what happened.
They don't report the news, they create it. And they've successfully turned fact-based news into opinion-based gossip with devastating consequences for the country. So I know the story all too well. I lost my mother to this this self-manufactured rabidness.
Why? So did he not leave straight away? No. Yeah, very sweet of him, make the trip to Windsor to pay respect to his grandma, but I also feeling sad for him because this was home, but his father robbed his right. Yeah. Okay, the only one that truly loves her beside her baby son. Okay, who's the baby son? Edward, probably? Okay, there's images that I'm seeing. Edward is like, I don't know. It's like right after the queen died, he just drained. Okay, it's so sweet that he's paying his respect and did, but he has the courage to do what's right. His grandmother loved him. Okay, there's that. I mean, Harry is the only person over there with courage. The others, I don't know, they trained them to be scared. I'm not saying what Harry's doing it's easier, or maybe I'll be able to do what he did. I'm not in his shoes for me to know what I would have done. But what you see him doing there, I mean, he's living in the time. He's doing navigating. You know, he only have one life to live, but he's trying. My goodness. Okay, next tweet. Prince Harry being the only royal to visit his grandmother's resting place on her death anniversary despite living on the other side of the pond says a lot. Yeah, they all live in the country, but they didn't see this is the right thing to do. Watch next year. Okay, the same thing with the Ministry of Defense of the UK. What they did last year, they didn't support their vets, but this year they went all out, whatever they could. Watch, next year they're gonna do exactly what Harry did. It's too late now. Okay, for them is just go and cheer, get people cheer for them and all of that. And I bet you they're gonna put that as part of their engagement when it should be right now part of their personal thing. Okay, the private and public kind of thing, this would have been personal thing. Should not be on the people's purse to get paid for that, because this is your grandmother, your mother, or whatever. Okay, this is private. Go, you know, do your tribute privately. Okay, not you. What do you think? He's the only one. Let's see here, because everyone else is doing photo apps around the country. Okay, considering how they were grave robbing and grinding like Cheshire cat, don't remind them. They are about to do a photo shoot now. Just watch. Okay, rest of them are too busy salvaging by sinking reputation to care about paying respect to Betty. One thing about Prince Harry, if he loves you, he will show it, like he does with Meghan, Archie, and Lily, and like he does for Doria, Philip, and Elizabeth. He's a remarkable man. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Okay, there's this here. Prince Harry came to town for his charity awards ceremony, talk about Queen Elizabeth passing, and pay his respect by visiting her resting place, more effective in less than 12 hours than most royals. Anyway, while he's off doing that, I will be in LA trying to win Meghan. Yeah, there's that shade she be throwing. Okay, I almost tempted to vote for you if only human cloning were possible. There's that. Wow, she put images of Meghan's. Okay, laughing my ass off. Hey girl, sit down. Okay, no way. This is my time to shine. There's that. Oh, what did she say? Okay, no way. You were doing so good with your post, but the end got me. Say what now? Another way, she's pretending like she's fighting. She's a squatty, through and through, okay? But her shade is she loves Meghan, okay? Or he. I don't know if it's a he behind the account or she. Alright, so her or she issues with Harry is that they both love Meghan. That's the thing, okay? So for some of you who's not aware of what's going on. Alright, with her shady thing. Alright, next tweet. And the squad knows, and this is why they're responding back and forth like that. Next tweet. Why are the uncharmed ones failing to accept that Prince Harry no longer needs to coordinate his movement and appearances with them? If they are so easily overshadowed by the six in line, they never had the flicker to shine. Also, it's war because he paid his respect to his nana? That's a question. Okay, Prince Harry blows up royal choreography with shock visit to Queen Elizabeth's grave. I mean, if that person, I don't know, the passers-by or something, saw Prince Harry coming out, will they even know to write their nonsense? Okay, the fragile truce between Harry and his family lay in ruins Friday after Harry made an unannounced visit to the site of his grandmother's grave at Windsor Castle. I mean, Harry been telling you, he wants private and public. This was private for him. Now, last year, when they forced him to come out to visit, to see the people, he didn't have to, but he did anyway. Okay, out of respect. But what did you guys do? You trash his wife throughout the ceremony. Throughout, was it 2 weeks or 1 week leading to the funeral and stuff like that? So he owe you guys nothing. Okay, he did what he was supposed to do privately, and he bounced. Okay, fifth. Is there a fourth Welsh child? Okay, yeah, it's fifth, because before we used to be used with the 6 in line, so that's easily mistake, because we've been knowing he was 5. Okay, but whatever, let's continue. The queen passed and all of that. Okay, I'm glad he knows everything from colonizer castle is choreographed. Nothing is genuine, not even the smile pasted onto their freeloading faces. Fifth makes it worse. Love this for them. The Ginger Avenger strikes again, and he was only out for a stroll. There's a laugh. This is the narrative, not his. I think she's making reference to this here. Okay, also it's war because he paid respect to his nana. But what I think this last sentence mean by her is like, how is this war when he is paying his respect to his grandmother? Okay, this is what she meant by this question here. You see the face, the worry face, because Harry's doing it out of his own heart. So why is this a problem? This kind of thing. This is what this tweet meant to me by the Twitter here. So this person must have understood it the wrong way. Okay, here this is then nope, not that one. Did I pass it? Okay, I don't see it. Okay, this is the narrative, not his. Okay, they made it clear that there was no place for him, so he created his own future and declared service is universal, and the people love him for it. Can't stop a man from paying respect to his granny on her first anniversary whenever he wants to. He went to pay his respect. Futures, they make it sound like he ran off with a crown of something. Okay, the others weren't even there, so what's the issue? Yep. Okay, wait, he actually goes to see his grandmother and he did something wrong. Where is the Twilight Zone? That's what people cannot understand. Okay, the fragile truth. That's the thing with them over there. The media is controlling the institution. Alright, so they would like for him to tell them everything, and then guess what? If he does tell them, what they gonna do? Are they gonna say anything nice? So if they're not gonna say anything nice anyway, so what's the point? Look at them still talking nonsense. Nothing that makes sense. Okay, this fragile truth between Harry and his family lay in woman. There's the laugh. Don't know who to attribute all of that drama to, the royal family or the media, but that is hysterical. Really doesn't take much to hurl those people onto their fainted couches. Okay, that is his grandma too, and his so-called dad and brother told their friends they were too busy to see him anyway, so why are they pissed? Exactly. I forgot about that. Did I share these with you leading up to Well Child and all of that? I don't know. So many nonsense. I saw the squad bring things, screenshot of these things. Okay, this is not their own. They think it is. Okay, well, the choreography wasn't that great to start with. Alright, let's do this and that's it. Let me read up. Watch how they consider giving him security back after this. Okay, he was born there and loved his grandmother so deeply he doesn't have to live by the rules of the country. He is a free man and has more dignity than his bro and wife put together. His aunt treats him well. I respect her for it. Bless the Queen's memory, Diana, because Charles doesn't belong. Here, the aunt here I'm thinking is Anne. Yeah, Anne doesn't give a F. This is why I like her. Not in the sense of drifting the people, but her attitude. You're willing to give me money? I would done the same thing that she does. The people is willing to give their money, I will live my best life. This is her. Alright, once they stop, so she'll do what she need to do to adjust herself. Alright, do they not know how ridiculous they sound? Royal choreography? That's what they've been doing. They choreograph the royal family to do things. Like when you look at, there's one video during the Queen's funeral where all of them came out, and I said PR 101. They bring this guru guy to sort of tell them how to move, where to move, and there's Harry and Meghan doing that thing and looking at them like, what do you want me to do? What I point that out on the day of when I saw the video. PR 101, I think I put it. Okay, child, if that ain't the truth, I don't know what is. Okay, he probably thought they already have made plans. Since he didn't know when those will be, he went early in the day so as not to overshadow them. Okay, unannounced. He's a grown-ass man and he does need their permission. He must feel reborn. Alright, next tweet. Okay, how many more do I have before I finish this? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 more after this one, because I need to finish edit what I did yesterday. Okay, Prince Harry going to see his grandmother grave without inviting the press or public is chef kiss. No pomp, no circumstances, just heartfelt. Exactly. And I don't know if I said that already in this video, because I think this is what he wanted to do last year. I think him and Meghan had their plan to do their things privately, okay, when the Queen passed. But they forced them out. I think there were phone calls that were made for them to come out or whatever. And I have a feeling it's probably the media who tell the family to ask Harry to come out to do that. And then they convince Harry, I mean, to not make people mad. Okay, people upset. So they came out just to please them. And then who got the end of the stick of that? Meghan. Okay? They trashed Meghan left and right throughout the whole week of the thing. Alright? Until she left. You could just see their face when they got in the car. Meghan's face just drained. I never see her face like that. Just drained. Even Harry, as he got in the car to leave, you could see he was like, both of them, they both were drained. They were done with this nonsense. Okay, their two beloved, at least the two people that they respected and that institution, have gone, so they have nothing to deal with them no more. That was Prince Philip and the Queen, so they done. Okay, Harry's done with them. And yet there's a pic of him, but not the rest of the family. They went without being caught on camera. Okay, except he did it in front of the public. Visit Windsor Castle during opening hours. Maybe if his motive were pure, he could have got up early. Okay, Harry could never do right for these people. So if he's telling after off hour, guess what will happen? Harry will have to call the church and say, I'm coming. Maybe there is, you know how these people, they go under the rules, whatever Charles is. Remember, Charles is head of the church over there. So there would have been a phone call saying, Harry called to make a visit, da, 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 da. And what would be the thing is, probably don't open the door, say no to it. Or maybe say yes, but don't open the door. And guess what? They call the media to come and look at Harry where the church is not open. This kind of thing. Okay, to make a mockery out of him. So he did the right thing. Just like any other civilian. He's not getting anybody's money. Hop on the car, go in, just like anybody would have gone. Okay, any tourist would have gone and visit or whatever. Okay, he did what was right. Don't give them a clue. Okay, so probably next year it will be completely different now that they know he did this year. That would be enough for him. Okay, after that he could do his thing privately. Okay, and actually this was privately, but happened someone caught it by accident. Okay, I love that. And then look at this, from that picture they're running their mouth with their nonsense. According to the British media over there, Harry left already. Okay, I love that. They had already reported that he had left town. They had no clue. Okay, unlike the leftover royals, somebody's calling him the same way I do. Unlike the leftover royals doing the photo apps in Wales. Okay, he invited the paps. Okay, whatever. Our late queen will be appalled by his disgraceful behavior. Okay, whatever, but he did what was right. But privately, Harry knows his grandmother very well. Okay, so we could say whatever we want, us human being here, that's just our thought. But Harry knows what he's doing. Okay, where's his kid? None of your business. Okay, we have, okay, let's black. I forgot, so I don't see the nonsense now. Okay, our late queen will be appalled by his graceful behavior. Okay, this is stupid people talk. Don't wanna see that. He invite the paps. Stupid people talk. Let's black. Okay, unlike the leftover royals doing the photo apps in Wales. Okay, so that's us. Okay, but also do it without photographer. Just the one is all it takes to get it advertised. Okay, we do not know that, so that's stupid people talk. All right, let's go to the next tweet. When you see them, you just have to do it to black it right away. You don't come across them no more. Okay, next tweet. Okay, Prince Harry is the only one who showed dignified mourning for his beloved grandmother today. He never used her for PR purposes or to promote himself. This was pure, honest, and genuine grief. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth II, Queen Elizabeth Lilibet. Okay, so there's Harry here as a little boy with the grandma. And there he is here as adult showing respect. Okay, so true. Okay, I can't agree more. Okay, I wish you a mama hug. There's that. Believe it or not, there is a tabloid article about an hour ago showing Andrew going into St. George. Andrew, of all people, what is wrong with this family? Okay, well, if he did, he did. Who knows? Yet the toxic British press and Camilla crowd is bashing him for not wearing a tie. What? Have you already been Americanized in a way? Whatever. The true human being, there's a love. We love you, Harry. Okay, so that's a different language. Let's move on to the next tweet. Okay, 2 more to go, and then I'll start my next video for our part of pure service. Okay, the British media thinks Harry should have informed or asked them permission before he goes to visit where his grandparents are buried. I swear, those bird brains believe that they are related to the royal family. They behave as if Harry should have sought permission before visiting the UK. And I think that's the thing too with what is it? With getting the security people, the police escort and all of that. Even though he said he's gonna pay for it, so they want to know. I think they said to give them 2 weeks in advance or something like that, so they could plan their BS for him. Alright, so whatever. Okay, I'm old enough to remember when the racist British media said if Harry and Meghan didn't want the media abuse, they need to fund all areas of their life. And now that Harry and Meghan are financially independent, the media still wants access? Exactly. Okay, they think because they own the rest of the world, Harry should fall in line also. Okay, delusional. Yup, seems so. That's an ad, but let's go into this for response and that. Exactly, well said. Okay, let's go to the next one. Queen Elizabeth II. Okay, the blatant hypocrisy of claiming that Harry was wrong to quietly visit his grandmother's grave while Will and Kate are out here doing a whole photo walks is just too much. The UK press is a joke. Okay, so there's me here. I think this is the same way he probably wanted to honor her last year too. They forced them to come out to meet people so they could blast them with their stupidity. Wish Meghan went to the church with Harry and see how the royal rats will have blown up. Okay, I'm saying, can you imagine? Even though Meghan did not go to the Well Child, because they did say in advance Meghan was not gonna go to Well Child, but can you imagine if she had gone to the church with him? Oh my goodness, nobody made them post a photo. That's okay. The fact that that is true. Let's go to Joe Diva thing here. Okay, the challenge is nearing impossible. Prince William and Kate arrived an hour late to Wales for Queen Elizabeth II memorial event. They got a call from there's the bun and sausage fingers since it made them look bad. Wow. Okay, like they said, nobody made them to do that. Alright. The fact that William and Kate are the only ones who turned the anniversary into public engagement say it all about their thirst for attention. Even the king didn't do such thing. He went to church and then he met the estate staff, but with the whole visit, they will be always overshadowed. There's that. Imagine the outrage if he had posed for smiling selfies. Okay, so there's that. They staged a pantomime. Can you imagine Bond looking emotional for the camera? It's how it looked, not how it feels, as he laid flowers before a photo of Queen Elizabeth II. Remember, they always say he is a private citizen and they don't have any comments, so this is another fake story. Okay, they arrived late to the service because the Uber helicopter couldn't fly in fog. I don't know anything about that. Meanwhile, Harry flew all the way from the US attending a charity event, pay respect to his grandmother, caught a commercial flight to Germany. He is already on the ground at the Invictus game. Alright, dude living his life upstage him, shaking my head. If they had bothered to visit her grave at any time in the last year, they wouldn't be having these problems. That's true. They're all about photo app. It could be also after seeing Harry came to the thing. Remember, the tabloid is pretty much dictating them what to do. So they probably called them and said, go do this. So to match Harry. This is the last one. Listen, for those of you coming at me in the comment section, I am talking about Chris seems upset. OMG. Are you kidding me? Chill. Okay. Prince William is making a mockery of the British media, according to Chris Ship. He left for Germany last night, yet here he is today and Windsor paying his respect to his late grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II. So I played that already, where Chris Ship is saying he left already. So there's Harry here the following day, getting out of the thing. Okay, some people need to chill out. How can they not know you are talking about Taliban spokesman? Sis, exactly. I had to black 2 people. So these are the people who are not squatters, who will not get the sense of what the squad are talking about. We all know, like Taliban spokesperson, it's him, because you know the things they said about Harry being whatever. You know what? No time to explain. Let's do a prayer. Prayer for protection and safe travel. Okay. Protection and safe travels. Okay, Lord, thank you for the opportunity to be able to travel in this season. You have sustained me and my loved one, and I am grateful. You said in Psalms 121:8 that you shall preserve my going out and coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Preserve my life and get me to my destination and back home safely. That's for Harry right there. Okay, this one fit perfectly. Alright, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. I also have a PayPal account. Okay, I'm mentioning this because even though I haven't posted anything lately yet, but if anything fell with me with YouTube, I'll be on Patreon. Okay, unfortunately, you have to pay something. I put some suggestion and you know, to help support my channel. Look at this, for the past couple months, weeks, whatever, stuck in the 200. All right, so that is it. Now I'm heading over to where is it? All right, some people have subscribed, okay, to our part of Pure Service. All right, this is the last video that I put. It has a speech and everything. All right, so I'll be doing my next video for this channel. Okay, thank you for your support, and that is it.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. together. And, if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.